Good evening everyone, welcome back to the Mohawk stream. Fluffy Bunny here. I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Learn by Playing 1, Babylonia the Able. Last time we got to turn 15. We have 4 cities up and another 3 settlers on the go, so we're expanding quickly. That is one of Babylonia's perks. They have good growth, so they can expand quite quickly. And of course we're playing on an easy difficulty level, so we have lots of empty city sites. So definitely never a bad idea to blob out early, and then that will set you up with a good base for the rest of the game. So we're going to keep doing that for the time being. Yeah, like I said, we've got 4 cities active, we've got some settlers, workers are just getting some trader nets up down here. This is the trader family here in Opis. They obviously have a good bonus for nets, so we're going to want to get these pools online quickly. Getting a worker up in Dilbat, and yeah, the Hang Gardens is coming up in Babylon, so we're going to have even more growth. So that is nice. Plus we're also working on our first shrine. Alrighty, we've got 23 orders, so we're drowning in orders, which is lovely. We've got a few governor candidates we could adopt. So flashing notification down here. Let's just see, are we saving civics for anything? We are saving civics for a law, really, so I don't necessarily want to assign any governors, because it's 100 civics to assign a governor and 400 civics for a law. We only have 103. So, got some reasonably decent candidates for governors in Opis and yeah, in Kasura as well. So we definitely could assign some governors, but I think just keeping our options open in terms of laws is the best bet for the moment. So let's crack on. A quick review of who else we've found. We've got Carthage, has got 2 cities. They're weaker than us and primitive. Egypt, also weaker than primitive on 2 cities. That's a law up. Divine rules. They've founded the cleric's family. That's one of the perks of founding the cleric's family, to get divine rule for free. Assyria have 2 cities, and they are stronger than us. So Assyria are the only people that are stronger than us. They are way up here though, so we don't imminently need to worry about them. But if we want to try and avoid annoying anyone, then Assyria would be a person not to annoy. Right, let's get our trader nets coming online. We've just built a road down to Kasura. If we hit the B key, we can see these cities are all connected now, so that's fantastic. They're getting the connection bonus, which we can see here is 2 growth and 1 happiness a year, plus minus 10% maintenance, not plus minus. But yeah, so that's giving us a little bit more growth. That's boosting everyone, which is definitely worth having. This is an artisan worker though, so really he wants to come back up to the artisan family. And the reason for that is if this worker starts building improvements down in a city that doesn't match its family, so for example Opis is a trader family, this worker is then artisan worker, which we can see if we hover over here, then it will take an extra turn to build any improvement for this worker. So we really want to try and keep our workers confined to their own families wherever possible. So getting some more shrines up, I think, would be good. We don't desperately need any more resources. We're okay. We're not that great on resource income, but we've got decent stockpiles. So I think it'd be worth getting one of these shrines up, getting our religion going. Let's see, we can get a science a year, plus civics for adjacent Odeon, growth plus bonuses for adjacent pastures, or culture and bonuses for adjacent mountains and volcanoes. We don't have any mountains or volcanoes here. We don't have anywhere we can put that would end up being adjacent to a pasture, but if we put the Shrine of Naboo here, we can put some Odeons around this place to get the civics bonus once we get drama in a turn. And because it's an urban improvement, we'll also expand our borders to grab these horses here. That's quite nice to do. I don't believe we have one opportunity yet. No, we don't. But when we do, we want those horses in borders. We've got our lone military unit. We've got 2 military units. We've got this militia and this slinger here. This is respawning on turn 21. We've left ourselves a little note to remind ourselves of that. So we've got 6 years on that. Can get Saturday and Opus in 4 to sell that. That's probably fine. So the question then We probably want the slinger to come back to one of our cities to heal, because he's a little bit injured. Might even be worth force marching him in, so we can spend 100 training, of which we have a plentiful amount. Of course, double the orders to move, but that's alright, we only want to move one. Get into our city territory and start healing. That would be great. And let's see what else is going on. We've got peace with the Numidians. It's the only tribe we've met so far, so we really want to maintain peace with them. So for more expansion, not that we particularly need more expansion, but if we do want to expand some more, we'll need to go and find someone else to take sites off of. Some more Numidians down here. The Egyptians are down here. You know, there's a site here, but then we've got Assyria this way, so maybe in Carthage up here. So probably up here is the best place to start looking for more sites, and maybe directly north as well. We've got another scout, so yeah, in fact, let's head towards the north of our main empire. Getting legitimacy from covering the Shams Valley, because we've only got one legitimacy for that. We didn't get the option to name it. We know that another nation has already found that. Well, obviously Assyria is right next door, so they will definitely be the ones who have found that. We have lots of orders, so we might as well spend them harvesting, get a little bit of culture in Babylon. It's only 4 culture, it's not a huge amount. That amount is dropping due to the distance from the city there. But every little bit helps, and you can get some nice events from harvesting as well, which definitely wouldn't hurt. We have the orders to do it, so we might as well. Another landmark here, and we've got a city site that Assyria is holding. That's absolutely fine. Alright, we've got nothing left to do with our one remaining order, so we'll end the turn there. We have discovered drama, fantastic. So drama is a great technology. We can start building Odeons, we can start getting culture online, and we have music. One of the effects of researching the drama technology in Old World is you get the in-game music plays, so that's lovely. We can all enjoy that now. So we've influenced the princess. She's only cautious with us, plus 60, not bad. If we get her up to plus 100, that would be very useful to get her over the threshold into friendly, and start getting some more nice bonuses for her yields there. She has lost charisma, that's unfortunate. It's what happens. We've got an event with our Duke second in line. He's been exploring, and he's in India. Alright, we want him to stay in India, get a trait and a little bit of science, and then return home. Or Pathfinder or Miserable, but he stays out there. That's okay, you can come home. We'll take a little bit of science. And we can research something. So what do we want? We could research a free settler. Oh, we see Egypt has now just settled over here. Do we need a free settler, I suppose is the question. We've got 2 just built plus 1 here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empty city sites we know about, so we definitely do want a free settler. So one of the, because our leader is a scholar, one of their abilities is read war text, so rather than choosing one of these 4 options here, we can click the read war, and we get some new options. Unfortunately we didn't get the free settler. There were 5 options, and we drew 4, and we didn't hit that 80% chance to get a free settler, but never mind. Let's grab something else that we can cycle to quickly. Aristocracy or Polis are both quite cheap. Aristocracy gets some more science by the centralization law that it enables. So that would be nice. And yeah, let's get our free settler coming out. So we know the settler from Opus is going down here. I think I'd quite like to settle this city site up by Assyria before they grab it. So let's head up this way. And in fact, it's probably worth a force march here just to make sure that we get control of that. We can't see, due to the fog here, all the borders. So let's march up a little bit closer, see a little bit more. Try and work out where we're going to go. If we go all the way on over to the right here, we grab this wine, so that's not too bad. Let's do that. Now, settler wise, there's no hunter resources here, there's no camps There's no net resources here for traders, so artisans is probably going to be the best bet. Does mean that we're going to have 3 artisan cities compared to 1 of each of our others, but that's okay. Yeah, so we can see the artisans quite like us because we keep settling cities with them, whereas our other 2 families are not quite so keen, but we can fix that. Let's get a worker out here in Mari, so we can start improving. Always a good rule of thumb to build a worker in a new city. We have another settler in Babylon. Yeah? This settler, I think we should probably come settle. This city site, again, I think let's just force march and do that this turn. Do have quite limited visibility on these sites. Right, now I don't, again, this would be quite a nice artisan site, certainly not really a hunter's or a trader's site, but we don't really want to found yet another artisan site because our families have already got envy, minus 20 opinion envy from having less city sites than the artisans do. So if we keep farming them, we're going to run into trouble. So the question is, what are we going to want to found elsewhere? This again doesn't really have any resources. This has got an elephant. We could usefully put a hunter city here. And this is going to be a trader's. So I think that balances it out. Let's gamble on them being some camps around here. Oops, never mind. And we'll put hunters here and get a workaround. Alright, so we're now up to 6 cities. Perfect. Let's grab 1 more settler for luck. So just another quick check on that. So we've settled 2 this turn. 2 more in progress. We're going to get 3 settlers from tech. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll have yet another settler. Alright, and then we'll probably be done after this round of settlers. With the initial expansion phase, we're going to try and gobble up all these sites where we can. We don't know where the slinger's going next. We've got nowhere to clear. But on the assumption maybe there's someone over this way, let's get him heading up this way and healing. And we do a little bit more scouting. A little bit shorter on orders this turn because we did spend quite a lot force marching. We won't be able to fully use this scout. But enough to see what else is going on up here. That seems fine. So we have got a grandson. Very nice. He's 50% Numidian. Okay. Babylonian paganism has been founded due to the shrine that we built. Alright, lovely. And our son has returned home. And become exotic. Don't mind that at all. Okay, so we've met Persia. Persia are always a good idea to have a look at the score over in the left hand corner when you first meet a nation to decide how much of a threat they are and what you want to do about them. So Persia has 3 cities, they're similar power and they're primitive. Okay, so we're not too worried about them. So we can pay them tribute, we can refuse to pay any tributes, but because we are charming, so charming is what's known as a trait group, so if we lock that and look over charming, so if we're a diplomat, cunning, affable, eloquent or witty, then we are affable, and we count as charming, which means we get to choose this option in the event here, so we can get legitimacy for diffusing tensions, get some opinion. We do lose a bit of food in trade, but we get money back. And we can afford that. So let's take that. Sounds grand. So the Persians have a scout here. Okay. What else have we got? We're going to work here. We've built our first shrine. Babylonian paganism has been founded. No one is following that as yet, but they will start converting soon. Let's get some resources going, shall we? We have no iron income at all. And artisans get extra mine output, so this is a good place to build a mine. Let's build one. Actually, yeah, before we do that, we have of course just discovered drama, and we get bonuses for building Odeons next to this shrine. So this would actually be quite a good place to build an Odeon, which indeed the game is suggesting very sensibly. So let's do that. Let's get 2-turn Odeon. That, by the way, is quicker because of the artisan seat bonus to minus 2 years to build urban improvements. Artisans are always a great place to build urbans in the seat. Very quick. Right, settler is fully healed. Still not sure where we're going yet. Let's deal with the scouts first. See if we can find somewhere we want to send that slinger. Keep exploring over this way through Egypt territory. Okay, and then one more scout up here. I really like to find, yeah, we're at peace with the Numidians, so we don't want killing them. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone for us to be attacking at the moment, which is fine. It's fine. We can just sleep that slinger for the moment. Leaves us with 16 spare warders, which is a huge amount of warders to have spare. Because our Duke has returned home, we can actually tutor him now, and we can tutor him both with the King, because he's a scholar, another one of the scholar special abilities, and we can tutor them with a courtier. So if we choose the pleased courtier, that makes this cheaper. It's only 150 to tutor versus Malchus, who costs 200. Stats, yeah, there's a few slight differences there, but I'm not sure it's worth worrying too much about that. 5 governors available. We're still saving up civics for laws, so again, even though we can assign governors, I don't think we want to. Let's just dismiss this. And what else has happened? So you've got these notification icons down the bottom to remind you what has happened on a turn. They're always good for reference. We need reminding, but I think that will do for the moment. Let's end the turn there. Scouts, foreign scouts, getting all over the place. We've discovered our aristocracy. Fantastic. Egypt is displeased with our ongoing trade with Persia, their hated enemy. Ah, okay. We can have a council trade with Persia, which will please Egypt but annoy Persia. And what is our trade? I believe we're trading food for money, right? Yes, we are. Or we can tell them to go stuff it. And the Queen Hatshepsut will lose 80 opinion with us for 80 years, which sounds bad, but she is 51. She's probably not going to live for 80 years, so that's maybe less bad than it seems. Also, we are 44 ourselves, so, and we're cursed, which is not great. Okay, yeah, we're not going to stop trading with Persia. Egypt can, yeah, Egypt can just, you know, suck it up, I suppose. Enchanting conversation. Do we want to, let's see where the night takes us, or fob off and say we need our rest. I think I don't think we want to get involved in any extramarital naughtiness right now. We have some nice tech options. We have free settler and border boost available in the same drawer, which is slightly unfortunate. We can only take one of these. Whatever we don't take, because these are both bonus cards, they'll both get to, one of them will get discarded, or both if we don't pick either of them. So, free settler would be lovely. We have sites to settle. Border boost. When border boost comes up, you'll see these extra borders appearing along the edges of your ember here. So this little triangle here. These bits that don't look attached, they look a bit weird. That's showing you a preview of what border boost will grab you. So if we take that away, you can see they go away. And when we open up the tech dialog again, you can see that that preview reappears. So we do grab quite a lot of territory from border boost. I don't think it's particularly desperately needed though. A couple of resources, but we're doing fine for territory. I think we're going to take the free settler here. That's a reasonable option. And let's keep grabbing resources. Let's keep getting these nets. Our money income is starting to look very tasty now. We've got a worker, a hunter worker up in Dilbat. We would quite like to get some Odeons, I suppose, for the culture. Let's get our culture rate going in our cities. We already have 4 a year just because they are artisans. That's the family bonus. That's not too bad. So maybe we ought to get some iron income going first. I don't think it's the idea of just getting a little bit of initial income. So we've got something coming in. We desperately want to start getting some stone as well, but we'll prefer to do that next to the mountains where the quarries get a good bonus. So we'll wait for that for the time being. What is this worker here doing? We've got our second shrine come up. We're about to get the Hanging Babylons. And maybe, yeah, some more culture in Babylon. I don't think that at all. Let's grab a Odeon here. I'm just going to double check my graphics settings. So this looks slightly odd to me. Yes, we're only on medium quality. Not quite sure why we're doing that. That's a bit better. Okay. Okie dokie. Scouts. So we're still scouting around Egypt. We contacted the Vandals. They want to give us some stone. Nice. You can take 320 stone. That is a huge amount, seeing as we have 0 in the stockpile and 7 coming in a turn. Or we could declare war on them and get 6 legitimacy. Now, war with tribes is not... Oh, we've met more people as well. But anyway, let's just talk about this first. So, war with tribes is not necessarily a terrible thing. So, they won't ordinarily come and attack your cities unless you're really close to them. Generally, war with tribes means that you have to go to them to attack. They won't generally come to you unless they're invading. So it's not generally too scary to do, and the 6 legitimacy is always nice. But in this case, I think that stone is just a huge amount. We would quite like to take that. So let's grab the stone, and then we've also contacted the Gauls. We can have another point of wisdom on our king for another 3 science. Don't mind that at all. We do have to pay some money for it. Point of courage and a citizen, or 2 legitimacy, some happiness, and opinion. I think, yeah, let's take the charming option. Let's just do that. All right, so we're just very, very peaceful at the moment. We're not going to war with anyone. It's absolutely fine. Means we can happily keep exploring and not have to worry about our scout getting attacked at all. So that's quite helpful. Just found yet another city site up here. Got a Cogleman the Intrepid because we keep exploring and finding all these landmarks and tiles. Okay, so there is a Persian warrior here, so we do want to grab this city site before they do. And Dilbat has built its workers. This city here needs to build something else now. We alright for cities yet? Quickly to count again. So there's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we do still want one more settler. Let's grab that. And then we probably just about done with settlers at that point. We could assign an ambassador, so we could get some nice foreign opinion, some other bits and pieces. Again, I'd really rather get a law online at this point. The laws are quite powerful. They give you some quite nice effects, and they help you get towards building your unique units. You need four laws active to build your first unique unit. So that wouldn't be terrible at all to do. So I think I'm going to save my civics for the moment, but we will probably want to get an ambassador online in the not too distant future. But for now, let's save those orders. In fact, do we want to influence anyone? Maybe influencing someone with our spare orders wouldn't be terrible. Daughter's already influenced. Yes, she is. Could influence this person. If we influence this courtier, that will get them up to plus 100, which will help. Oh, we're already tutoring our kid, of course. That's a mission, so we can't do that just yet. So we're going to have to wait on that. There's no other missions we can do there now. Okay, then tell them. This is fine. Persia has grabbed that city site. That's slightly vexing, but still. Oh, ping reminder, Numidian respawn 21. Right, we do need to deal with that. We've completed ambition, control 6 urban improvements. Completely forgotten I had that. Yep, great, love it. We've finished the hang gardens. Marvel of horticulture and engineering, and we get a bit of legitimacy for that. Lovely. And merchants from Syria have arrived. Do we want to get some lumber, some stone, or some iron? I think I would very much like some stone. We can maybe think about getting another wonder in. Be very nice. And yes, let's convert to Babylonian paganism. Fine too. Gets our religion a bit happier. Hopefully our families will start converting at some point, and then they will be on side too. Right, we definitely need to get the settler down to this camp down here. So Remembering that it respawns on turn 21, so we've got one more turn. Don't quite need to force march him yet, but we will need to soon. Right, what do we want tech-wise? Oh, we can get a law as well, of course. So we can get centralisation, give it a little bit more science. It's actually not even that much science compared to what we're bringing in. So maybe centralisation isn't the best at the moment. Freedom would be quite nice to get some growth. Slavery gets us loads of income, which is actually not too bad. We're nearly done with the settler spam, which is where that growth would have been useful for. But yeah, we don't really need freedom. Let's grab slavery. Gets us some iron and stone income, very helpful. And yeah, think about what else we want to do tech-wise. So ironworking, could start building warriors. Military drill, we could get some barracks online. That wouldn't be bad at all. Sovereignty will get us some more laws plus the potential for a civics boost. That's not sure what I want at the moment. Well, let's take iron working just because it's cheap. Let's fill out the bottom of the tech tree. And in Opus, we've built a settler here. Don't think we want any more. An elder shopkeeper. We have this free fare we got from founding the trader's seat, so that lets us build an immediate elder shopkeeper here, which is another 4 science and a bit more growth and some money, so I think that's good. It will take us 10 turns to do, but I think that's a worthwhile investment. And yes, let's keep rolling here then. So we've got settler here. This city site's now taken, so we can't have that on. And are we actually running out of places to settle now? Still got 2 down here, hopefully, plus... yeah, no, we're alright. Probably don't need to build any more settlers now. Okay. More scouting and a couple of worker moves. So we've got our Odeon online here. Let's grab another iron mine, just a little bit more iron. And the workers finished the Hanging Gardens here. Gardens of Babylon in Babylon, which is great. We could look at wonders. We could grab pyramids or ziggurat. We don't actually have the civics or any of these at the moment, so we can't do that right now. But potentially soon we could. Pyramids will reduce our start law cost by 50%, which is definitely a good bonus. Be very helpful for us. We do have to build them on dry terrain, arid or sand though, which is slightly awkward because I don't really see very much in the way of dry or arid terrain around here. There's a little bit up here we can't quite get to. A little bit over here. I've forgotten about this city site. Yeah, we'll maybe grab that. But no, they're nowhere immediately. Oh, hello, Nesta and Seaban. Welcome to the stream. This is, yes, Learn by Playing 1. Babylonia the Able. So yes, this is a very easy difficulty level. It's technically a scenario, but it is essentially just the base game, but with a preset hand-picked map. So if you wanted to play exactly this map, you can select it from the scenario menu and learn by playing 1. But yeah, this is very much an introduction. This is not a high difficulty stream. Yes, we do have a lot of empty city sites. We do have tribes on. We've got the Numidians down here we've got peace with. And we've got the Gauls and Vandals over here, so there are some of them about, but yeah, definitely not as many as you would normally see on a higher difficulty level. So worker-wise, what do we actually want to do now? What can we build? We were thinking about wonders, that's right. There's nowhere we can actually build the pyramids at the moment. The other weak wonder that we have available is the ziggurat. That requires a holy city and 600 stone, which we very nearly have the stone and we'll have the civics next turn for. We have one holy city in Kasura, So in fact, maybe we want to get the worker here to build the ziggurat next turn. So I might just undo that mine. I want to leave this worker here and get him working on the ziggurat next turn. And yeah, get this Babylonian worker over here to do something else. Now the question then becomes, what else do we need really? We're kind of fine for resources. Lots of free sites indeed, yes. Iridium PTSD, says Seabone. Yeah, they can be quite scary, especially on the higher difficulty levels, but not going to be too much of a problem here. Nesta says, I was looking at my girder earlier this week. I won after taking over Egypt with only 2 built units. Yeah, sounds possible, certainly. I think what we would like to do here probably is get a mine. Yes, especially as we're not building the mine over in Kasura. Let's build one in Babylon. Leave this worker here for next term. And let's take some more harvesting as we're going to have loads of spare orders again. Egypt has grabbed another of the empty city sites here. Let's keep working our scout around the map and the harvesting. A little trickle of resources coming in. Nice. And yeah, where do we want to build? Let's look at the wonder filter. Where can we build the ziggurat? Pretty much anywhere really. Decent place to do it would probably be along the coast here. And we can start expanding our borders. Because the ziggurat is an urban improvement, so it will expand the borders. We will have to wait till next turn to do it, but that's absolutely fine. And yeah, in the turn there. So we have improved our son's charisma, and we've got the tutor event. Let's see, we can get legitimacy and a loyal trait on our son. To discipline for him, very nice. 150 civics, and he becomes humble. Or a courthouse in Kasura. I must admit, I'm a sucker for a courthouse. Going to be very helpful indeed. Seabone says, how are you going to avoid the urge to build everything in every city on this difficulty? Wow. Yes, indeed. It's definitely an issue. But I think we don't necessarily need everything. I mean, that's definitely something to worth pointing out, is that you don't need to build everything in every city, of course. Remember when this event could give you a palace? Yes, I believe that happened on one of my earlier streams, and we got that changed. Yes, a free palace from an event is a little bit silly. But yes, courthouse is still very nice. Right, we can build the ziggurat now, so we can see the ziggurat is greyed out because we don't have enough stone. We need 600, we only have 556, but we can hold all to buy 44 stone for 209 money. We have 209 money, so yeah, I just hold all here, it becomes highlighted, we click it, we build it. It's good. Yes, we've just built the stone that we were missing. So that's a handy shortcut to know. We've got loads of settlers here. We are going to have to march this guy because, yeah, we're just in time for this to settle this before it spawns. Force march. Yes, please. This, I think, is probably going to be a trader's site. This is a trader worker. Yes, it is a trader worker. The advantage of settling the same family as the citizen is you get an extra citizen in the city to start with. So it's a minor bonus, but it can be worth having. And let's get work on Kish and start improving here. So we've got one more settler here. Let's go this way. Can you do game music down 15% relative to play? Absolutely, I can. Not a problem at all. Hopefully that's better. If it needs more, please let me know. Thank you for the feedback. Really useful to know. I wonder if the well, hopefully the music down is better, but let me know if not. Yeah, pleasure is still occupied. So just hoping they might have moved off, but no. Okay, so where's this settler going? I suppose over here? No, the Kasura settler's going this way. Oh no, we need to settle down this way as well. Alright, so the settler can either come to this site or this site. We've got a hunter and an artisan. Do we want to settle? No, this has to be traders. And this... probably artisans? Good. Okay, that's better. Excellent. Let's make this a hunter city. Which means, yes, this settler's going here and we can settle hunters to get the free citizens I just talked about. And the artisans can come down here and settle this trader city. Alrighty, scouting. So we still have loads of orders now. Now, we've finished tutoring of our leader, so he is free to run a mission now. So we were thinking about influencing so this courtier. We can get him over a plus 100 opinion. Would be very good. And let's do a bit more harvesting. Grab some more resources. Alrighty, Babylonia's finished the settler. Right, so we've finished settler spamming now. We do not need any more settlers. At least until we're probably not even actually if we want to go killing people, because if we go killing people it'll probably be another nation. So we'll just take their cities rather than settling more. There's a ruin over here I have not explored. We really should come back and grab that at some point. Right, what do we want in Babylon? We could put another scout. I've got 2 already out on the map. It's probably enough. Let's grab apprentice acolyte. If we get 2 apprentice acolytes, that founds Zoroastrianism, which will get us a religion, which is not terrible at all. Let's queue up another one over in Kasura. And yeah, that term. Alrighty, I am working, got discipline on our daughter, great. 10 wisdom, Princess Kashaya is doing quite well for us. Son has gained a wisdom. Alrighty, new ambition tie. Do we want to control 6 walls? We are actually in a position, we have 7 cities, so we actually have the cities to be able to build those walls. The question is, do we want to spend a lot of time and resources building walls? Probably not. 10 specialists would definitely be good. Specialists of science and other benefits as well. So yeah, we'd like to do that. 10 is quite a lot. It's going to take quite a long time. So in this case, we probably don't really want to take either of those ambitions. We're better off just refusing, taking the XP for the leader, and hoping we get offered a more doable ambition in the short term. Alright, let's come and settle another city down here. This, I suspect, is going to be a hunter city. Yep, I suspect it's the hunters. So we've got 2, 3, 3 now, so we're keeping our cities relatively balanced in terms of numbers, which is great. Let's get a worker over here. Tech-wise, what do we want? What are we actually going to do? So it might be time to start thinking about longer term plans. So really a good strategy in Old World is to expand as quickly as possible at the start of the game. Oh, that's the Nimrod. Okay, we're going to be up a settler now. Or it might even be up 2 settlers. No, we're still this site down here. But yeah, this settler here is not going to have anywhere to go because Assyria settled here. So what we could do is cancel the settler in Dilbat and worry about that. The yes, Kashaya starts as a schemer on turn 1, so she is going to be get the 4 wisdom to start with. We'll tutor her up to 10 wisdom, so she's going to absolutely rake in the science. She's already giving us a lot of science, and she will have even more when she comes in charge. So I think we're just going to blow off this settler. We don't need it. We could build a treasury and start getting ourselves some culture. It's one of the unique bonuses for Babylonia. They get culture for treasuries. It's not normally a bonus of the treasury, but it is for Babylonia. We could get another worker. I don't think we really need any more workers, but we do have a lot of orders, so we can actually use the orders. So maybe it'll work a bit suggestion. Yeah, tech-wise. Yeah, right. So what do we want to do? So we've got 10 culture. We've got 8 cities. What might be quite nice to do is get the Ishtar Gate coming up soon. That will help us get a load of culture and boost us up massively in the point rankings. What tech is going to help us though? We do that. Husbandry will get some more growth. We don't really need growth. Military drill will help us get some more training because we probably want to build some military units at some point. We haven't done any of that yet. Sovereignty is always a nice bet to get the free civics boost card. Let's grab that. So yes, the settler here is going to have to divert down this way, I suppose. What is this going to be? This is going to be another... probably would have found another... Well, we're going to make this traders, then we'll have 3 of each. And then this could either be a hunter or a artisan. I think I'd rather make it a hunter. So in fact, I'm going to back that up. This hunter settler can come down this way, which is slightly unfortunate, going back the way it came. That's the way it is. I could have protected these city sites and put people on them, but I didn't. Not the end of the world. That's something worth thinking about. Yeah, same for this city site here. Egypt is nabbed. Scouts are actually meeting in the middle now. Yes, another free city site. The Persian nabbed here. Any we can harvest. And I'd like to get this scout back over this way to grab this ruin. That's worth bagging, so let's come back up this way and just get a bit more harvesting as well. We have a harvesting event. Fantastic. So we've got goat harvesting. 4 days after shepherding a group of wild goats to the palace, the goat herd falls ill. Oligarch is exhibiting similar symptoms. This doesn't sound great. We can lose some food. Oligarch can become ill, miserable, or robust. None of them really makes too much difference to me, to be honest. Or we can get an outbreak in a CAD. It absolutely tanks its growth and happiness for a tiny bit of science. Not ideal. Okay, well, the oligarch can become ill, miserable, or robust. I'm fine with that. Don't really mind. We've got... still got one more law we could adopt. Got 100 civics in the bank. I'd like to get some more wonders on soon, but we don't really have the stone for it right now. It's getting a little bit expensive to buy. It's worth getting an ambassador in. We could get a huge amount of opinion boost, or just some culture per city. Or we get our son in. That's quite a nice option. So if we put our son in as the ambassador, he starts earning experience. He's giving us culture per city, and foreign opinion, and tribe opinion, and religion opinion. Quite like that idea. Let's get our son doing some work. Lazy so-and-so. We could actually go off and do some missions now. Let's see, Persia quite likes us. Maybe they'll give us an interesting trade deal. Let's see what they've got up their sleeves. Alright. We influenced Malchus the Righteous. He is now over 100 opinions, so he's now pleased with us, which is boosting all his yields. And if we ever want him to tutor, then it will make it cheaper. The oligarch became robust. Okay, doesn't really matter unless we make them a governor, which they cannot be because they're a hero. So fairly irrelevant, that trait on this person. Developing culture and opus, new board game with 20 squares. Nice. What should we do with this undeniably fun invention? Encourage it to be the pastime of opus and get some culture and happiness there. Or we could get a short-term plus 20 opinion boost to all our families for 20 years. I'm not particularly excited about this. This is going to wear out quite quickly, this plus 20 opinion. Whereas the first option here, we get culture and we get happiness. Much better. In fact, that's boosted us over to developing. So now, oh, I guess we were already developing, of course. That's what that event trigger was. You've never chosen the happiness, says Nesta. That's crazy. Happiness is long-term family opinion, as opposed to the short-term family opinion that degrades. If you take happiness, that potentially takes you down a discontent level or stops it going up one. Oh, you've never chosen the family opinion, right? Makes absolute sense. Yes, yeah. Family opinion is short, very short-term on that one. Whereas, yeah, culture and happiness, as opposed to opinion, is what you want longer term because it reduces discontent levels. Right, so we've actually got 6 civilian units who can move now. So this settler's coming down this way. We've got a settler here who's coming down this way. 2 more cities. That will put us on 10 cities, which is probably plenty to be going on with. And we can focus on actually improving some of these cities. Let's grab... I'd like to grab some stone, actually. Let's grab a quarry up here. That's a valid tile improvement, rather than wonders. So we're getting 9 stone from this quarry to connect the 2 mountains. Definitely better than putting it out in the middle of nowhere. And probably we just want to build some more workers. We might want to think about building the military at some point. So Assyria is now much stronger than us. So if Assyria decide to declare war, then we might have problems. We're being a little bit greedy here. But I think we can probably afford to get away with it, especially on this difficulty level. Another worker, yeah, we're just going to keep spamming out workers and just keep spamming out improvements. Get another quarry, get loads of stone up, start going a bit wondrous. Seabound, jumping around the game, clicking too quickly, got a notification that the tribe wanted to declare war, clicked second chapter without reading it. 15 tribal units in my territory and no idea what was going on. Yeah, tribal invasions are a lot scarier than tribal wars, that's for sure. So yeah, I was saying earlier, if you declare war on a tribe, they won't normally come and attack you, they just stay at their tribal sites. But yeah, if you get a tribal invasion, you got problems, because suddenly all the tribal units on the map, at least those within range, are heading at you, and you're going to have to fend them off. So yeah, definitely a cautionary tale. Don't accept tribal invasions unless you're ready to deal with the consequences. Let's grab another mine. Yes, they also coordinate better amongst each other. This is very true. Yes, they start using the nation AI. Normally tribes are not quite as clever as nations. They won't coordinate with each other to kill units. They'll move somewhat randomly. But when they're invading, they suddenly become a lot scarier. So definitely something to watch out for. What are we doing with this worker? Probably another mine? I think so. Let's keep working on our economy. Grab some more harvests here. Discount. Another landmark discovered. Fantastic. Knowledge to proceed never hurts. Grab some more culture from the honey. Finally got Babylon up to developing culture, which took far too long. Definitely want to come down here and grab this ruin if we can. And we've got an event from developing culture in Babylon. We can get some gold, we can get some civics, we can get some training. We've got loads of training, we've got loads of gold. We don't have many civics and we really want more. So let's grab that. Yeah, I want to save up for Ishtar Gate. It's probably going to be the next wonder. Reason for that is Ishtar Gate gives all of your cities on completion 100 culture. That's going to bump all my cities up to developing status, which will be a huge point infusion and let them start rushing, and it's just generally a good thing to do. So I probably could have influenced someone there, never mind. Oracles have been completed by Persia. Egypt will the Vandals. We've got another grandson, third in line, and a patriarch is drunk. Okay, fine. Right, so we're getting our settlers down here. We can come settle this next turn. I don't have any mad rush to settle that this turn. That's fine. Let's see. We do need... I wonder if we can afford... we do need developer culture for the estate, which we have now in this city. It's going to cost us 2,677 to buy the requisite stone. Don't quite have that, but if we sell some food, now we do. Perfect. It has to be built adjacent to the city centre, so let's build it here. Alrighty, great. That's another wonder coming online. And yeah, do a bit more scouting. See what else is going on. Finally come and grab this ruin. Alright, gold workers. We can get some gold, we can get some training, we can get some XP. 360 training is not a bad amount. We already have quite a lot, but we don't have a great income, whereas this is a turn and a half's worth of money. It's less valuable, I think. Bit of XP on the leaders, not terrible either. I think the training is not bad there. It's force march on in these intro scenarios, so I believe the AI will not be able to force march. Doesn't actually tell me here, unfortunately, but yeah, normally the AI is disabled from using force march on the lower difficulties, but yeah, as a player we can use it. It's not globally disabled. Right, do I want to have a look at governors now? We've got an awful lot of governor options and we've not got anyone in. Someone who can increase this 6-turn shopkeeper, decrease the time for the shopkeeper would be great. So this person here, for example, giving us 2.4 civics, +4 training, +4 culture. It's very nice. Does lose a little bit of money, but we can afford it. That saves us a turn off an elder shopkeeper. It's not bad at all. This says I like it a double fatigue. Yeah, so there are options. So by default, force march is enabled, and you can march as far as you have orders. There's also a setting called double fatigue where you can only march so yeah, you have fatigue on your unit. So like this unit has 3 fatigue, it's how many movement orders it can use, and then double fatigue lets you use twice that many. So instead of the 3 pips, you'd have 6 with force march. So yeah, it's a nice compromise indeed. I didn't influence anyone again. We should look. I'm not sure if there's anyone I actually want to influence necessarily. No one we can get up to a plus 100 breakpoint. No. Alright, so the trade mission event has come back. We can trade science or wood. That's a terrible idea. We don't want to do that. We don't really want to give civics away either. We could give training away though. We're not massively using training at the moment, and a little bit of wood income would absolutely not be bad for us. So let's go ahead and do that. Hello Scientific, welcome to this stream. Thank you for your lovely comments, very kind of you. Right, import and export business. So we've got another developing culture event. Our cities are starting to come online on culture very happily. Get some gems, some horses or some sheep. I think some gems would be okay. You get a choice of where to place it. So these 2 white tiles here are the 2 tiles that are valid for gems. Let's pop them on the border down here. And we have our 5th in line. We have so many kids. We've got like grandsons coming out our ears now. Let's grab some more. Let's grab a philosophy student. That sounds alright to me. And come and settle these 2 cities here. So this is an amazing trader site. We can get 4 pearls initially. 3 pearls initially, sorry. And then at some point we can expand to get 1 more. And if we settle here and grab these 3, then as soon as we build a specialist and improvement on this pearl, we can grab this one. So that's going to be easier to get than if we went down here. We'd have to build an urban improvement up this way. So we'll settle traders there for sure, and we'll take a worker. This militia is now free, but again, there's not really any anything we want to be doing there. Double resource shrines, says Seabone. So I'm not sure. Do we have any shrines that give adjacency bonuses? So we've got the Shrine of Marduk, which is an Odium adjacency. No, sorry, Shrine of Marduk is a Wonder adjacency. We've got the Shrine of Naboo, which is an Odium adjacency. And then I don't believe we've built the other two shrines, which are the Ishtar Shrine, double adjacency for pastures, and yeah, Ereshkigal, which is adjacency for mountains. But to be honest, the adjacency is not really the important thing that you want to be caring about for the shrines, or indeed for most of the improvements. You can get some adjacency bonuses, but they're generally fairly minor, and you might want to consider other priorities more. Let's have a think about shrines actually for a moment, because we have shrines in our hunter seat and our artisan seat, but we don't have any in our trader seat. We would quite like to get all of the families getting paganism if at all possible. Planning shrine placement is a good thing to spend a minute on, just checking what you had at the start. Yes, so yeah, I mean, that is a fair point. So one of the important things about shrines is they are urban improvements which expand borders, and they also are immune from the normal urban requirements. They build anywhere, which means that you can just plonk a shrine down, disregarding the normal requirements for where you want to put it, and start expanding your borders, getting new areas. So for example, this tile here on the edge would be a great place to put a shrine, because it will create an urban tile here, and because one of the urban building requirements is that you only need one adjacent urban if you're building along the same coastline, suddenly you can start a whole new urban section coming along here. It's a very good and useful thing to have indeed. So we don't really want to put the Orishka Girl Shrine here, because it doesn't really get us any bonuses other than the 2 culture. I mean, it does get us the 2 culture, but we get 2 growth here. We've already got actually none of these net resources are growth, so we're not getting any extra growth from these, and we would like to put specialists on them also. Actually, growth is quite good here. Oops, I don't want to queue it. We want to buy the stone, which we can't actually afford to. Let's sell a bit of iron. So if you're not aware, you can sell the resources up in the top bar here. You can shift or control click to sell multiples. So I just sold 100 iron there just to get enough money to buy the stone to build a shrine. Yeah, so little optimizations definitely useful. So we've got our apprentice acolyte up here. Let's get a stone cut. It'd be very nice to A, increase our stone output, B, increase our civics output, because the marbles give civics as well. So a specialist there will give us more civics, and it will also expand our borders towards the mountain, which we want to grab, just to get even more stone, because we're very short on stone, despite the fact that we've got quite a bit of it, and we've bought quite a lot of stone as well. Yeah, we want to just get more. So just taking a pause for a moment. So we are at 14 out of 58 points. So if you're not aware of the victories in Old World, so you've got the VP limit here is 58 in this case. So if we get to 58 points, then we win. We've also got this double victory enabled. What double victory means is if we get twice as many points as all the other nations, which we already have, and at least half the victory points needed for a full VP victory, we get what's called a double victory. So in this case, we need half of 58 or 29 points in order to earn ourselves a double victory, and we'll have won the game basically. So that is something to bear in mind if you're shooting for a victory. We've got the Ziggurat and Ishtar Gates on the way, so that's 2 points for each of those wonders. That gets 4 points. Ishtar Gate will also boost us up 100 culture in every city, which will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities up to developing. Probably, no, not quite any of these cities up to strong. another 6 points there. So that's going to get us 10 points when these two wonders come online. It's going to be quite close to a double victory. So that's probably what we're going to be shooting for this game. We could go and build a military and kill people, but honestly we don't really need to, I think. Let's see what else is going on with the scout. Let's harvest some horses. Of course, if anyone does get more than 14 points, then we will need to go and kill them and take their cities to take away their points, in order that we will have double someone else. So that's something that might have to happen at some point. So people are still clearing sites up here. Assyria's dealing with people. Do we want to get some more governors online? We get the king to tutor? No. Yes, we can. We have our 5th in line could be tutored. That's worth the king doing, and probably getting a courtier to tutor as well. So in the succession pop-up here, you'll see you only have 4 characters. So although I have more than 4 people in my succession, which you can see if I hover over the succession pop-up here, I've got 5 people, 6 in fact, the hair isn't numbered here. Only the first 4 are shown here, so if you want to see your other people, then yeah, hovering over this crown up here is definitely a way to do it. You can select this guy here and then shoot him from a courtier as well. What's that going on? Let's see, do we want some governors? Let's see, we still don't have a governor on our seat. Is it worth getting a governor in here? Oh, it's a huge amount of growth. And this judge. And the judge could help us rush specialists as well. So one of the judge archetype abilities as governor, you can hurry project and specialists with money. So that might be something that we want to do at some point. We're actually getting this apprentice acolyte down to 1 year now. We have a few other specialists we could potentially start rushing out. Not to mention some projects as well. So let's end turn there. So Egypt has started building the pyramids. Finally, yeah, fair enough. Not really blaming them for that. Trade off from Persia, interesting. We can trade away some orders for some money, or we could give them some iron in exchange for 1 order. I don't really want to do either of those things. We'd quite like our orders, and that's quite a lot of our iron income. So no, I don't think we're going to do that. We could get peace with Gauls. All our families would lose opinion and would lose legitimacy. So probably not really worth doing, especially seeing if the Gauls aren't beating our door down at the moment. We could get our son to marry a intelligent builder, gay artisan, which will get us a bit of opinion with the artisans and negative opinion with the Gauls. So just worth talking briefly about the gay trait. So this is not going to affect their chance of having kids at all. All this does is it means they are eligible for some other events where they can take lovers or romantic interests, but yeah, it's not going to affect the chance of giving you an heir, so it's absolutely fine to take from that perspective. Don't know what best practice is, but it's hard not to look for only plus happy governors when you're tight on civics. These are 8 or 9 per turn start. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely worth getting governors in some cases, but I'd also say it's worth not just willy-nilly assigning governors. I think that's a potential noob trap is just spending all your civics to assign governors without really considering what benefits they're giving you, and if they're not giving you any really great benefits, then you don't really need a governor in all your cities, certainly. Right, I did mark barracks as something I'd like to get, military drill, so we could grab that. It wouldn't hurt to have the potential to build military units, even if we don't necessarily want to immediately. We've got a settler, we can build another city here. So again, this is going to be, from when I was doing the victory point calculation earlier, it's another couple of cities, going to give us another couple of points, plus they'll get to developing another 2 points as well when this star finishes. Now just looking at the borders here, this is interesting. So if we could settle over on the far right side over here, we get the goats. If we settle here, we get borders allowing us to cross the bay immediately, which is potentially more useful than the goats, to be honest. I'm going to settle down this way. I can't remember what I decided I want to settle. 3 cities of each family. This is a hunter worker, and there's a hunter camp resource here though, so I think we're going to set the hunters, get some extra value out of this camp, get a full order instead of the half order you can normally get for a camp. But the hunters get double benefit from camps. Alrighty, so we're starting to crack on, and in fact, because we have just built a hunter worker here in the neighbouring city, we can actually just move him down here and directly start building this camp. It's just something else I point down here. Yeah, you probably noticed me use earlier. You've got the worker filters down here. If you want to choose, it defaults to valid tile improvements, so it will show you anything you can build on the tile you're standing on. But if you want to see all the improvements, you get a nice little grid here. You can see all the different improvements. And if you hover over one of them, you can see why or why not you can build them. So for example, I can't build a hamlet. I don't have polis, and I can't build a, let's see, was Odeon. Can't build an Odeon because of the urban adjacency rules, but it's not adjacent to any other urban tiles. So that's a useful thing to be able to do. Let's keep grabbing stone. Quarries next to the mountains, always a good idea. Got a trader worker here. Get some of this nice barley going on, some food and growth. Nothing else at all, and I think we'll probably just take another worker. So yeah, again, very greedy play this. We're not building any military units. We're not really worried at the moment about the AI. I wonder if this city site is free. No, it's been claimed by Assyria there. Probably worth cycling back just in case the AI has decided to not protect its city sites. Normally does, but sometimes it can be forced to move away, in which case it's definitely worth taking advantage of that. And let's keep exploring, let's keep seeing more of the map, see what else is going on. So we've got more production at last, so we've got a worker here. We want yet another worker. I think it's time to start building treasuries. Let's get some money and some culture going. We've probably got enough workers now. We're not too fussed about that anymore. Kasura needs to build something else. We could actually rush out a Master Acolyte with money thanks to our Judge Governor. That's something we could potentially do. I think we'd rather get treasury at the moment again. Again, we could rush that, get that immediately. We could take that down from 3 years to 1 year. Yeah, it's possibly worth doing, but maybe we'll just save up for small wonders. We can get the lighthouse at some point. We would need a developing city on the coast, but we have Kasura here, so we absolutely can build the lighthouse here if we just get enough stone. What do we need for it? 300 iron and 600 stone. We're going to have the iron easily. We just need to make 12 turns to get enough stone. Hopefully less if we get a few more quarries online. Seems absolutely fine. Ambassador could go off on a mission. There's not an awful lot he could do. I wonder if it's worth trying to make Assyria a little bit happier. They are much stronger than us. They're the only nation who are significantly stronger than us. Let's try and make Assyria a little bit happier. Just to keep on their good sides. We can avoid having to build any military for the moment. Right, we have founded Zoroastrianism because we built a couple of acolytes, so that's the founding requirement. So this new religion now has been founded in Opis, our trader seat. And we are severely ill, okie dokie, so that's 52. We've become severely ill and we're already cursed, so there's a reasonably good chance we're going to die here. That is okay because we have a big family, lots of people to carry on. So we get an event because we founded Terraspianism. We could spend some stone to make them happier, we could just get some free civics, or we could get some legitimacy but annoy them. I don't generally like to annoy the religions. You want to keep on their good side. Religions are generally great for making your families happy, but not if you annoy them. But on the other hand, I don't want to spend stone making them happy because we just want wonders really. So let's take some civics. Always short on civics. Definitely a good thing to grab whenever you can, if at all possible. Let's see. Okay, so we've got an event here. We can get a free governor. So when I said don't always assign governors just because it's spending civics, if you ever get the chance to assign a free governor that doesn't cost you civics via an event, then that's great. So we could put our queen consort in. We get 40 family opinion with the traders because she's a diplomat. What's our family opinion with the traders? It's pretty good, Or we could get 42% civics in Murad. Okay, which city is Murad? It's not this, it's the one we've just settled here. Well, actually neither of them are going to be that exciting. But I guess another 3.3 civics is not terrible at all. Plus we get happiness for a culture level. Yeah, let's take that person. Silver Jubilee. We could spend some food to get growth and happiness. Don't hate that. Ooh, we could become blessed to replace cursed. That might well keep us alive. We could take another wife as well. But no, let's become blessed. I love that. Get rid of our horrible cursed trait and hopefully not die a horrible death imminently. Alrighty, so we're getting a few mines up here in Dilbat. What else do we want to do? Do we want to think about building some Odeons for culture? Or do we want to save the stone for wonders? Probably save the stone for wonders at this point. I don't really know what we want to do with this city. We're actually very low on food. We have some great food output coming out of Babylon, but yeah. With all our cities becoming more developing and just growing, we're having to feed them. We're running lower on food. So let's grab a farm and yeah, grab a little bit more food output. Doesn't hurt at all. So this worker here could build a mine. I think, to be honest, we might have, what we really want is stone, and although quarries are best placed next to mountains, it doesn't actually hurt to build them on flatland. You still get 5 base output, and we're getting extra because we're adjacent to another quarry here on this marble. So it's not necessarily a bad call. And let's just keep quarrying as much as possible. And yeah, so I'm less tempted to put a quarry here where we don't already have them. But this is our artisan city, so we could build a nice mine here and get 9 iron out of that. It's a little bit painful to be building improvements over forests on rivers because they're particularly good for wood output. Once you get lumber mills, being next to a river gets you a nice bonus. We've just built over 2 forests on rivers here, but I think for this game it's not going to be massively relevant. Lots of orders to send the worker to add and quarry the mountain instead. That is very true. That is very true. It is it's a different family. We could have sent the worker from Babylon up here, but that's also a 100 family, so that wouldn't have been terrible. But we are getting another worker out of a CAD next turn anyway, so yeah, not at all. Alright, over on 19, what's the name? Landmark, fantastic. Well, I will certainly do a bit more scouting and try and find a landmark to name might be quite difficult at this stage in the game, but if we can find one, we certainly can do that. So we need to find a landmark that no one else has found already to go exploring and see if we can do that. Oh, landmark discovered. We're not getting the chance to name it, sadly. Okay. Can you just name any tile? You can't just name any tile. No, you have to discover these preset landmarks on the map, and then if you were the first person to discover them, you will get a pop-up prompt to let you name it. But unfortunately, we can't just rename them at any point. All right, but we do get an event here, so money. You can spend money to get bonus opinion of the exploration lore. I think we do have exploration active. We do have exploration active. So we can just get some opinion for the Chaldeans. And that's just permanent. So this is plus 40 opinion of exploration. So as long as we keep this lore, this is not time limited. This is just permanent opinion. So that is worth spending money on. Absolutely. And let's see, maybe if we come down to the islands down here, possibly Egypt hasn't explored down that way, we can find a landmark. Yeah, again, we've discovered one, but because someone else has already seen it, we don't get to name it, sadly. We'll try. We'll get there, hopefully. Alright, we have some more governor candidates. I think I'd quite like to save the civics now, though, for another law, because we've got another couple of laws stacked up we could enact. Quick check on the wonders. So yeah, we're getting 2 wonders, which is worth 4 points. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 when all those become developing. Take us up to 26. Yeah, so we need to get another city up to strong, which is 17 turns plus a lighthouse, and then we will have enough points to win the game, which is definitely rushing it a little bit, but I'm afraid I just can't help myself. If I see the opportunity to win, I will take it. So yeah, we want to try and save up some stone basically, and grab that lighthouse and get some more culture in Opus if at all possible. The shrine will help there. Get some more culture going on there. Got military drill. Become strong, fantastic. So that's even more legitimacy. Oh, we are doomed though. That's a shame, but at least we got the extra cognomen before we became doomed. So this means we are very likely to die next turn. It's not guaranteed, but it will probably happen. Duke has become witty. We could adopt Zoroastrian as a state religion. I don't think we necessarily want to do that right now. Rename, redeem 8 city renamed, rename the Lord 2-2 flower bear. Okay. Sure. Why not? Let's see. We've got some air education for our grandson second in line. I think let's send him out exploring. Let's get some nice exploring events, shall we? Oh, we could go exploring with the leader. We could set out to see the Oracle. I mean, we're about to die. So, you know, why not? Let's go and see the wondrous city of Barca. Sure. Spend the money just to have a little trip around the world before we die. We're inspired. We have free law engineering. Wow. Okay. That's fantastic. Love that. So engineering, in fact, is actually fantastic for us because that reduces all our wonder costs by 25%. That means the lighthouse is going to be way cheaper to build now. So I don't hate that at all. Probably going up here. So much tech coming in now. What do we even want? I don't know that I want any of these. Let's redraw, see what else we get. Free chariot. Free chariot sounds really good. Let's get a military unit. Seems we still just have our starting slinger plus a militia we picked up somewhere along the line. So a chariot would double our military strength more or less. And oh, we could adopt a law as well. Centralization will get us another 5 science a turn. It's not terrible at all. Vassalage would help our food income a little bit. That's going to be coming along shortly. Constitution is 2 science, so it's not as good as centralization, plus it costs us training as well. Tyranny gets us a little bit of training and money. adopt centralization. And yeah, boost up our science a bit more. We're going to work here. Grab a bit more stone. And keep putting a worker. That's maybe a bit greedy. Let's build a treasure. We probably don't need more work. And attempting to build. Let's get a treasure. Which is spending our stone, which isn't really what we want to be doing at this point. But I think it's fine. Grab a trapper. Will give us another 20 food income a turn, which is certainly useful. Not to mention another full growth. Babylon actually expanding very quickly. Right, let's try and find this landmark before our leader dies. Come on, landmarks. Right, I'm down here. Oopsie daisy. Learning opportunity. We've actually met a new tribe, but the Scythians are on the map. Bad time to be starting an ambition when we're doomed. So I guess we'll just take a another point of wisdom. Get more science. There's pointless sending him on a mission, I suppose, at the moment, because he's about to die. So yeah. Still a huge amount of orders in the bank. So this is something you will notice as you climb up the difficulty levels, is that orders become a lot more scarce on the higher difficulty levels. So essentially the orders system isn't really limiting us that much at all at the moment. We can pretty much just use all of our units all of the time. If you want to be more limited by that, and it's definitely isn't, I think, an interesting mechanic in that you have to choose what you want to focus on, then yeah, increasing the difficulty level will mean that you can't always just do everything. You do have to start choosing. So we've got a free chariot. Persia is at war with the Scythians, and we have died. Our first leader is gone, and we are now ruling as Kashaya the New, which means our science rate is now shot up massively, because now instead of just getting half of the benefit of that wisdom trait for being the heir, we're now getting the full benefit of being the leader, now pulling in 38 science a turn from Queen Kashaya the New, which is beautiful. The trade mission event with Assyria. We can't really afford to trade food for civics or training. We could possibly trade iron for orders at this point. We don't really want or need to, but we can afford to, I think. And though we don't really need the order, at least that will give us the opinion with Assyria, which will mean maybe they won't come and kill us. So we'll take it. Tech-wise, we can get free civics boost. That's 800 civics for free. Beautiful. And as Necessary rightly points out, we can now put Kashara in as governor indeed, which will give us, what does Team Wisdom give us as a governor? 132% city science, which is very tasty indeed. Babylon is our highest science city, and I guess we were governing as the old ruler. So we will lose some other stats. She is not great on the charisma or courage, but another 11.9 science turn certainly doesn't hurt. Takes us up to 96 science turn on year 28, which is pretty insane, frankly. Huge amount of science. Absolutely roaring through the tech tree here. This is what Babylon is great as. If you want to get a lot of science, play Babylon as the default dynasty, and yeah, you will have a good time. Oh, we have just met. No, we already knew about Carthage, I guess, but we've not really dealt with them that much. But we've got a message from Dido congratulating us. But do we want to deal with Dido directly and undercut the Carthaginian Queen Dido? Okay, so there's two Didos. They are different people, but sure. Let's endear ourselves to Princess Dido. Yeah, why not? We can deal with a -20 opinion with Queen Dido for 20 years, I guess. Royal family visits the court. A shocking boast. Wow, fortunately Queen Kashara is charming, so we can just avoid any slights here and make everyone happy with us. Fantastic. Success in events there. Oh wow, we can just get peace with Assyria. Alrighty, so we do that, then we're much less worried about Assyria declaring a war on us, and no one else is stronger than us, so we're actually in a reasonably good position now. That one free chariot. Let's see, the prince, our son heir, is now exploring. He can get the Bulwark Curious as general 20% strength in national territory. We do get minus opinion with some tribes for disturbing the dead. I don't think he really needs that. Let's just grab the XP and not annoy the Numidians and all the other tribes at the same time. Okie dokie. Let's see, we've got a worker here. We can start building some nets. Let's come down and grab this one particularly first, because we can then put a specialist on it. Grab these nets as well. And we will build another worker here, but there's lots of nice things we can improve here. We've got a treasury out here. Let's take some specialists. Let's get some more culture and worker, science and civics and all those good stuff. Definitely want to be a scribe in that free courthouse of ours. Oops. Opus is what I meant to click on. We want some more culture on Opus, which we can absolutely do by putting a Fisher in here. It's another 4 culture a year. That'll be lovely. Alrighty, and we've got some workers to be doing some stuff with. Let's just get some more quarries. Really, that's all I want at the moment. Oh, this is a fantastic place for a quarry, adjacent to 2 mountains and on arid, so we get 10 stone out of this quarry. So both the mountain adjacency and the arid both give bonuses to quarry output. Alrighty, what do we want in this city? So because we've got this shrine on the coast now, we can now build urban buildings that require urban adjacency up the coast there. Let's get an Odeon in here because we want to get Opus up to strong culture. Get another victory point out of it, and let's grab some iron, some orders out of that elephant. So the chariot here can just chill in Babylon, I think. And we've got some scouts. This is the edge of the map down here. You can see the cursor turns to a cross when you hover over it. So hopefully at some point we'll find some more landmarks somewhere. Keep exploring. Assyria's found here. This is the top edge of the map. So it does not look like we're going to be finding any landmarks this game, unfortunately, to name. Well, it could be sent on a mission. We could intercess. So because this oligarch is pleased with us, the plus 100 opinion, schemer, both bitter schemers, are definitely 2 very similar people there. We can now intercess, which means we can improve the opinions of any of the members of this family if we pay some money for it. No one would particularly want to increase the opinion with. We could definitely influence someone. Who would be worth influencing? Perhaps the artisan head. They're not particularly happy with us, so let's spend some money to get them on side. Call that a turn. So we've got civics boosts. We've now got 800 civics come in. That's fantastic. We've completed the ziggurat, which is giving us another 20 civic per turn. And all our cities are going to take 20% less cost to improve. Yeah, and we get 2 victory points. It's fantastic. Let's see, we're now known as the architect, so we get a cognomen. So we had to start at the new again because we had a new leader, but because we finished a wonder, we immediately very quickly get a new cognomen, getting some more legitimacy. It's fantastic. The legitimacy is family opinion and orders, so yeah, everyone's happy. And now, alright, we've got a developing culture event in Murray. We could take a rebel, get some training and make our queen strict. could take another 210 civics and lose legitimacy. We could swap to freedom from slavery. We'd take an opinion hit with some families. Do we want a rebel in Mari? Where's Mari? Let's just click over here. We'd have to send a unit to deal with that. I mean, it wouldn't be a huge deal, but equally, I don't really want to have to. I'll just take some more civics at the cost of a legitimacy. Not too bad. We get 2 more legitimacy from having built the ziggurat, so that pretty much cancels out. And then, interesting, my 5th in line brother has been inspired by his visits to the Hanging Gardens. Ooh, we could become a delver, which gets him extra help from mining quarries. That could be very useful. The governor trait. He's a bit too young to be a governor yet, but perhaps when he grows up, he could be a good governor somewhere where we're producing a lot of stone. Are we going to start an ambition to try and curry favour with one of the noble houses? Control 2 ranged and 2 mounted units. We have 1 of each already. So that 3 chariot was 1. It's the slinger we started with. We could fairly easily do that. Or we could complete 2 caravan missions. I don't hate 2 caravan missions actually. Let's do that because we have the trader seat over here to build caravans. Queue up a couple of them. That's a pretty easy ambition to complete. Let's see, we're not a scholar anymore, so we can't redraw text, but we could get steel or metaphysics, queenage or composite bow. What's helpful? Markets cost wood to build, which we don't have a huge amount of. Let's grab... Yeah, I don't really want any of these things. Let's grab metaphysics, I suppose. We can do some conversions to religions and start building archives, which gets us even more science. So that's, yeah, can be useful. Not that we really need more science at this point. Oh, we actually finally built this settler in Dilbat we put off a while back. So we actually have nothing to do with this settler now for the moment. Still got a unoccupied city site over here. It looks like Assyria is about to kill us little that. So we could, if we really wanted to, go and contest that. Not sure that I do, so I guess this guy is going to be sitting here now for the moment. What else do we want in Dilbats? I would build a treasury, but we're trying to save up stone. So perhaps we will just put a city on council for a bit. Get us some more money in civics. Nothing else we particularly want to build at the moment. We had a trapper for another order. It's not terrible. And let's see. Can we afford to build the lighthouse yet? That's what I want to be doing. Costs us 450 stone, which is 1,850 we'd have to spend. If we sold some iron and some wood and some more wood, we can get there. We can get there. Nope. What? No! I've just sold iron. I need the iron. Whoops. Yes, undo, undo, undo. Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Don't do that. Alright, fair enough. We can't quite afford that just yet. Fair enough. Alright, let's build an iron mine in the intervening time then. And work on that. Whoopsie daisy. Alright, let's do some more scouting. Atlantic Ocean has already been named, sadly. What else are our workers doing? Definitely want some more stone. And yeah, some more stone. And just for a change, we want some stone? No, we probably still want some more food actually. There's a good place to build a farm. Be down next to this existing farm would be alright. We don't have the orders this term, but we can chop and make a start on that. Right, so we could enact another law now. More science or some more money and training. Yeah, let's get some more money and training. more money is what we really want at the moment. So we've influenced the oligarchs. They're on side now. Fantastic. Good bit of family opinion. Oh wow, do we want to marry a Numidian? Our husband is supportive. Yeah, sure. That's quite a nice schemer husband. Yeah, let's take another husband. We've got two Numidian husbands now. Very nice. Takes us up to 102 signs a term. Our son could be robust or get some more wisdom. Robust is quite a nice trait. Let's take that. Some more orders, which again we don't really need at the moment, but it's a hard habit to break in our world of getting as many orders as you can. Right. Okay. So we're going to build a farm here. Artisan worker here. I think this guy's going to come down and build the lighthouse maybe in a turn or two. And let's take another line up here. Alright, this last has built a treasury. Just a capital there for a bit as well. Don't really want to build anything else at the moment. Yeah, maybe another farm. Just keep our resource income coming along. Oh, we've discovered a landmark! We've discovered a landmark! Andros Island! How exciting! Right, over in 19. If you are still watching, then please tell me what you would like this island to be called. Apparently Andros Island. The choice is yours. I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. But yeah, very nice indeed. Finally found somewhere that hasn't been named already. I suspect it may be too late because that was a long time ago you requested that, so I do apologise. So we'll go with that for the moment, but yeah, if you let me know shortly, then I can undo it and rename it. In fact, actually, let's undo that. Let's call it Oberian Island, shall we? In your honour. Okay. That will do. Alright. So we finally found somewhere that hasn't been discovered already. Probably one of the last landmarks on the map that wasn't already discovered. Alright, so we're blubbing out very nicely. How long till the Ishtar Gate? 5 more years for that. Okay. Metaphysics we've discovered. Oh, guys, died. Is that the person we just influenced? It was. Wow, it was a waste of time influencing them then. Got 2 new children, 3rd in line and 4th in line. Good lord. Wow. Been busy. Egypt has founded Judaism, and the artisans have gone from pleased to cautious. The new oligarch does not like me nearly as much, sadly. Oh well. Do we want to support Judaism? Not really. Just take some legitimacy. We don't need to curry favour, I think, particularly at the moment with a foreign religion. Oh, the Prince Exploring has come to Kahat. Interesting. Let's go and enter Kahat and see what happens, shall we? Oh, something's gone wrong. They want some money for him to return home. He can fend for himself. Yeah, he's robust and witty. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He can fend for himself. I'm sure it'll be absolutely not a problem at all. Maybe it will come back to us at some point. Okay. Can we afford to build this lighthouse here? Please tell me we can. So we can. Yes, easily. 743. Alright, great. 12 years to build that. I believe that gives us another victory, but enough victory points for the win. So we can close out this game in 43 years, 43 turns, which will be fantastic. It's probably about time we got husbandry out. All these husbandry animal resources we're not using. Alrighty then. Let's just grab some more movements. Yep. Probably, yeah, we don't really need more stone. Let's grab this shrine here. Never had spoked wheel, but not husbandry. I don't have spoked. I don't have spoked wheel. Yes, it's after husbandry. We got a free chariot, so yeah, it's has not happened this game either. Bit more food, sure. Yeah, more farms doesn't hurt. And then yeah, perhaps a farmer. More food. Very nice, very nice. Alright, spent all our orders exploring. We actually run out of orders this turn, for once. Rare event. Do we want to perhaps grab some military units now? I think the one thing that could really potentially stop us is not having enough military and getting invaded, so we might as well get a few more people. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, of course. Not worry me then, seeing an Assyrian warrior in my territory. Of course I've got we're at peace, so they can just wander into my territory. That's fine. We found a Christianity. Lovely. Therefore, a man named Jesus Christ has sparked the worship of Christianity. You can preach in the open, I suppose. I know you can preach in private. No, we'll get some discipline. Sure. Get a bit more money. Oh wow, Egypt wants a can. Okay, so yeah, maybe we do want to get some more military units. Oh no, I don't like that at all. Right, I think we ought to go kill Egypt, frankly. Let's take some militia. And yeah, distant successor doesn't really matter because he's never going to be leader, but let's make him a builder. Maybe he can be a governor at some point. Oh, we get peace with the Scythians if we wanted it. And take another husband. Sure, let's take yet another husband, why not? Stack them up, 3 of them now, 3 tribal husbands. And yeah, no, how dare you try and suggest that you might take one of my cities when you're weaker than us. Let's build the military and go to war. Let's go around 8-year slinger, that seems reasonable. And yeah, let's build some more military. Right, in fact, actually, let's build a warrior in Maori. Just buy the iron that we need, and then we can get a slinger in Akkad, which gets the sentinel promotion, which makes them a bit better. Okay, let's start heading down towards Egypt. Oops, we don't want to declare on them just yet, but I do want to get my military in the vicinity. And we can maybe start thinking about giving them some promotions as well. Combat, just for a bit of extra combat strength. Generically, strike is always a good promotion for cavalry because it's just extra attack strength, which lets them get some decent routes in potentially. And yeah, let's move our militia forwards as well. Where have those 3 militias appeared? I suppose we can see them down here. Yeah, they're in Akkad. Right. Ooh, oh, interesting. Egypt's building the pyramids here. If we captured the city with the pyramids, that would be quite nice point-wise for us as well. We'd have to let them finish building it. But yeah, I quite like that idea. Let's do that. Let's stop building these people and take some more units. And go full military production. I'm going to have to buy some resources to do that, but that's fine. And we could even start rushing out units out of Babylon. Yeah, I think I'd like to go kill Egypt, frankly. They have irritated me. And we are out of orders. We do have a luxury, we have pearls we could sign. We don't massively need to at the moment. I wouldn't actually be able to give that to Opus because we want to try and get the culture level up there, and the traders particularly like pearls, so we would get an extra benefit from giving it to them. The Jews are cautious about me because their patriarch likes me a little bit. Prince of Petrie, let's make him a tactics student. Start getting some martial type people here. The city is, oh, it's only 7 years, just it's fine. We don't need to worry too much about that, I think. Okay, alright, let's get machinery. Let's build some homages, fantastic. Egypt is weaker than us and primitive, so I don't think they're going to cause us any issues in terms of being a military stopper for us. Let's come and just park ourselves at their borders. Eagle Eye is always a fantastic formation for ranged units, ignoring the distance modifier. Great, let's grab another one of these guys and bash them out. Use those civic stockpile. And yeah, we can get official up here. And then these militia, yeah, we'll just come and chill over this way. Generals, yeah, general on the chariot would not be a terrible idea. That's very true. Yeah, extra 11% attack, don't mind that at all. Special zealot makes him harder to kill. So yeah, we'll just wait for Egypt to finish building the pyramids for us, then we'll go take it off them. I think maybe even we'll upgrade this settler to a militia. We're never going to settle another city. And let's take another militia here as well. Just go full on kill. So Egypt is now much weaker than us. Fantastic, love that. So we could declare war on them, but there's always the danger that if we do that, they'll run away from the building the pyramids, and we want to take it for ourselves. So we'll wait till they finish it. Yeah, let's take some more civics. That will give us another unit we can rush out. A bit of XP for Prince. So I was trying to play this game slowly and kind of talk it through, but as you might be able to tell, I've got a little bit excited about the idea of killing Egypt now, and just want to crack on with it at this point. So we get a general on that slinger, and these slingers can come forwards. We've got no more generals. We could take a marked formation on him. I don't think we really need that. It gives him extra range. Generally quite nice, but yeah, probably not needed in this case because we don't have that many units. Let's get some more militia coming up to say hello. Probably we want to get these people around this way and around the back because we're going to have a bit of a pile up of units otherwise. So Russian warrior at Bilba, yes, and rush another slinger out of here. Spend all those civics. I've got another militia. Let's move him up too. And Egypt is going to feel the full force of our rage. Let's get another strike formation on this chariot as well. Fantastic. And yeah, don't need that. Militia here, yeah, that's fine. Skeleton. Alright, okay, Egypt. They have finished the pyramids. Time to take it from them. The honour of Egypt. Oh, and we've completed the Ishtar Gate as well. Fantastic. Okay, so, and Queen is dead, so they've got a new king. It's a great time to declare war because suddenly they can now they're going to take a big legitimacy hit from having a new ruler. Their opinions are probably going to be quite bad. Their family opinions, you know, are going to be problematic for them. Whereas we have just finished a wonder and got more cognomen. We are not going to annoy our people to keep Egypt happy, seeing as we're just about to declare war on them. So we'll just take the free plus 40 opinion for our hunters. We don't really want to annoy Persia right now, so let's just become righteous and not spy on the Persian military too much. And we've got a few developing cultural events because we've just built the Ishtar Gate, so we've got loads of developing cities now. That will take a little bit of legitimacy, I think. get ourselves some more orders and family opinion. We don't particularly need more luxuries at the moment. We could become prosperous and get some more money. Or we could become fierce, which is going to give all our infantry units an extra 5% combat strength. It's a good time for that. We will get an ambition to enact professional army, but we're not too worried about that at the moment. Yeah, 2 citizens, court soldier, court merchant. Seems like a good time for a court soldier. It's going to get us a load more training. And then grain dole. Make families happy. Yeah, make families happy. That was actually not a bad time. So this is a temporary opinion boost for a permanent legitimacy downgrade. So generally not a great idea, but at this point it gets a hunter's family up to plus 200, which is more combat strength for them. So it's a good time, given that we're about to go to war, for that. Get some legitimacy off that wonder. Okie dokie. Right, we're at 26 points. We need 29 to win. So capturing this city with the pyramids will be enough to get us there. So let's do it. Declare war. Time for Egypt to die. Let's see. This is probably going to be enough to do this on their own, frankly. Unless people come along to stop us promptly. Just pile everyone up on the city. There's not even enough space for this militia to get into attack. We can start having this scout, trap him in there. Oh, this slinger could come up. Right, let's march him in and get a little more attack there. And oh yeah, we've got another slinger and a warrior here. Let's get a warrior up. Even get into the city with too many people there. Alright, let's keep on pumping out military units. Take this city. See if Egypt has actually got any response to this whatsoever. I suspect they are not going to. Discovered machinery, so we can get onagers soon if we want them. But I don't think we're going to need them this game. New ruler in Carthage, fine. Oh yes, the princess who we endeared to us, perfect. Right, rule of wisdom. We've got strong culture and opus as well, so we're actually even closer to victory point win now. Corruption reform, wow, the huge amount of civics and training. Yeah, we'll take that. And we'll conduct Christianity, sure, we don't really want to annoy Christianity too much. Ooh, free worker and spearman. Or free culture level. Oh my word, alright. Well, okay, so this is an interesting event. So 2 free culture levels will get us to 29 points, which will immediately win us the game. Or we could kill Egypt. Well, I'll tell you what, let's kill Egypt first and then take the event. So we breach the city. Sure, let the troops have their spoils, they've earned it. And yeah, now we'll take the free culture levels and get a double victory. Perfect. So that was Babylonia the Able, learn by playing 1. Double victory. So we can, if we want to, choose to continue the game if we're not satisfied with the double victory. If you want to finish beating up Egypt, for example, and that's definitely an option. I think for this stream we will take the double victory, because that worked out quite nicely, and yeah, we'll win. So just to recap, in case anyone is confused by this, so there is a double victory is when you have at least twice as many points as any other nation and at least half the points for win. So we need 58 points to win, we've got 29. It's basically the game saying, yes, you have completely dominated this situation. We'll just hand you the win at this point. So we've got a timeline, we can see how this came to pass if we want to. We can start the toggle the fog on and see what everyone else did. So we can see we started in the middle here. Everyone expanded out to 2 cities pretty quickly, but then struggled to get a lot further, obviously. The AI has not got bonuses on this level. In fact, it's got a development penalty, so they can't develop as quickly as the player in this situation. But, yeah, Syria did okay. They got up to 4 cities. Persia did not too bad as well. Yeah, there's a reasonable amount of expansion on the AIs here. But yeah, then we took it. And let's see, let's have a look at the records. So we're not even the richest nation. Egypt was richer than us. Yeah, Carthage grabbed a tribal unit. Egypt actually killed more units than we did. Well, I guess we didn't kill any people at all. We never actually got to kill any Egyptian units. We just took the city without a fight there. But anyway, that is that's the game. That's how you can just roll over the map and expand and grab points if you want to. But yeah, I'll wrap this up here. Thank you for watching, and check in next week to see what else is happening. It will be our good friend No Leg Skin will be in the chair next week. I'm not sure what he is planning to do, but tune in next week, Thursday 7 PM UTC, and find out. But until then, thanks for watching everyone, and good night.